All right, Shalom. All praise, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings to the elect. This is another edition of GMS News and Prophecy, and I have an article from foreignpolicy.com, and it's headline, NATO chief worried about fissures between United States and Europe. All right, so once again, we're dealing with the attention of America and its allies in other countries around the world. Now this specific headline here. Once again, these articles are starting to hit the nail on the head when it comes to these different world news. Especially pertaining to prophecies in the scriptures, because the scripture says that the allies of America are going to start coming against her, and these other Edomite ran nations are going to start looking at America as a major problem. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into the article that says NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said during a visit to Washington this week he is worried about the significant gaps between the United States and Europe on some of the world's most important issues, from climate change to America's withdrawal from the Iran nuclear agreement. Now, NATO, when you go into the scriptures, NATO represents the beast. When you read Revelation, that's the beast whose deadly wound was healed because all these countries that make up NATO, they go back to the pagan Roman Empire, all right, which America is included in that. And all of these countries make up the new beast. And you find that in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Okay. So as we can see here, there's starting to be that widening of the relationship between America, its allies, and other countries. Okay? It says his comments in an interview with Foreign Policy were the latest in a series of remarks by European officials highlighting the rift between Brussels and Washington under the presidency of Donald Trump. There are serious differences on serious issues, as we now see, on trade, the Iran nuclear deal, climate, and also in other areas, Stoltenberg said. See, right now, it's just these right now, it's a policy thing, or they could use diplomacy and get things done through talks, having these different meetings, okay? But it's going to soon, that gap, that relationship gap is soon going to widen up to a point to where these other nations are just going to say, hey, you know what, America, you're done. We're not dealing with America no more. Hey, they even dropping using the dollar. Certain countries are dropping the dollar now for oil trade. They're not even dealing with the dollar anymore. So that's another thing to add to this struggling relationship. It's just becoming more and more evident that these other nations are starting to hate the whore. Okay? Let's see. It says, of course, when I see those differences, that's something that concerns me. He said the two sides would get past their differences in part because they had a common agenda to confront Russia's aggressive policies in Eastern Europe, and he cited previous disputes that strained but didn't break the alliance, including the 1956 Suez Crisis and the Iraq War of 2003. So there's never really been a strong relationship between America and Europe. Okay? But they got to work, it's just like, you got that person on the job that you don't like, but you still got to work together, But now it's coming to a head. Okay, now it's coming to a head. So now I have mentioned NATO and the beast. So let's go to Revelation, the 13th chapter. I'm gonna start with the first verse because I mentioned this. This is Revelation 13:1. It says, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the heads the name of blasphemy." Okay, the 7 heads, like I said, they go back to the countries that made up or the regions that made up the pagan Roman Empire. You had Germania Major, Germania Minor, the Gauls. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me see if I can pull this up. Pull up a new tab. All right, let's go to Google. Let's see, 7 heads. All right, 7 heads. 10 horns, because I want to get the shopping. Let's get the images. Right, here we go. Because even the images of let's see if I can click on it. Could I view it? Well, you can see from GMS. I can't make it any bigger. But in this image here, these are your 7 heads and 10 horns. Like, this is the beast, right? All right, and America's the whore that rideth upon the beast. It's like for not being able to get this image any bigger. But you got Germania Major, the Romans, the French, the Spanish, Germania Minor, the British, and the Greeks. And out of the British, okay, that's how America came. So America is like a de facto member of the 7 heads and then the 10 horns. They make up the EU, okay, and NATO. All right, they're all a part of that group, okay, of countries that make up the beast. And then rise out of the sea, meaning out of all the peoples and the countries over there in Europe, that's what emerged. This new world system, which created the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the scriptures. It says, "And the beast which I saw," this is Revelation 13:2, "and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed." That goes into the Roman Empire coming back. "And all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the beast which gave power unto they worshipped the dragon, which is Esau, the so-called white man. All right, the red man, Edomites. All right, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast, who was able to make war with him?" So this is just the NATO and this emergence in the scriptures. All right, so this is what. Let's see. So this is what we have here with NATO, man. And now these are these countries, and they're starting to see that America is not all it's cracked up to be. Okay? So I'm going to go back in the article and I'm going to read. It says, "Yes, there are differences, but at the same time, we see that NATO is able to implement the biggest enforcement of collective defense since the end of the Cold War," he said. Right. Now, that's what the prophecy said in Revelation 13, who is like the beast, who is able to make war with them. Because together, they're basically unstoppable in the earth right now. It says Stoltenberg, a former prime minister of Norway, met with Trump at the White House this week. He has headed NATO since 2014. Trump has criticized Europe's NATO members for not contributing enough to fund the alliance. Fielding questions alongside Stoltenberg at the White House Thursday, Trump threatened to take unspecified measures against the culprits. So America's sitting here, you got Trump over here making enemies, man. Making enemies of his allies. So it's no reason why. Well, it's a reason why these other countries are starting to say, hey, America, you know what? We're about done with you. You know. So it says here in the quote, it says they'll be dealt with. He said. Just 8 of NATO's 29 members meet the alliance's target of spending 2% of GDP on defense. The United States, Britain, Greece, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, and Romania. In total, 15 members have plans to reach the 2% target by 2024. Stoltenberg agreed with Trump that more NATO members had to do their part. We still have too many allies spending too little on defense, he said. So they're trying to keep the beast running. And trying to keep the beast running takes money, takes troops, it takes all of that, man. So, hey, this money is going to be a big reason why these other nations decide to destroy America or leave its alliance with America. Hey, because, when you mess with somebody's money, man, and I've said this times before, you're messing with somebody's livelihood, So all these sanctions and, these demands that America's making now with Trump in office, people ain't feeling that, man. These countries, Germany, Britain, all right, they're not feeling Trump's policies, man. And now he's moving. So they're going to move away to other countries, man, and make different alliances. Hey, NATO's damn near breaking up now. Okay? And that's pretty much the point. Trump on Thursday singled out Germany, which says it won't reach the 2% targeted by 2025 as a country that has not contributed what it should be contributing, and it's a very big beneficiary. So, hey, tension is, here it is, War 3 is on the horizon, and NATO and Europe and, the U.S., they can't get it together. Meanwhile, Russia, with Putin and China and Kim Jong-un and North Korea, they're forging a strong relationship right now. Because the West is losing its influence, man. America's losing its strong hegemony that it once had on the earth, and its grip is slipping. So the only thing left for the elites of Esau to do is to go to war, man. Restart the world all over again, so to speak, with the new world order and try to accomplish it, but it's not gonna happen, man. So I'm gonna read this last scripture. So now let's go to Revelation, the 17th chapter, because this is the ultimate fate of America. This is Revelation 17, and I started 11. It says, "And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition." It's going to Roman. The pagan Roman Empire being rebirthed again through NATO. It says, "The 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast." Now we're in that prophecy right now. "These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast." Well, now they don't have one mind. Now the strength is not being given to the beast because they're not being funded properly. It's falling apart. But that also goes into the Daniel, where it says that the fourth kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And we're seeing that coming to pass now. Like I said, these news articles are speaking prophecy, man. And the headlines, everything is speaking to the prophecies. It's manifesting what Yahweh Ba'Shan Shai has said, man. Okay? So I'm going to jump down. I'm going to read 15. I'll just read on down. Verse 14. "These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them," which we know is Yahweh Shai. "For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful." That's the elect. 144,000 the elect with Yahweh Shai and the angels overcoming this world. And we're going to triumph. But first, certain things must happen. Okay? It says, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. That's America, the great melting pot. Okay? It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, which is the European Union, these European countries, they are part of Nato. It says, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Because they're all going to shoot nuclear missiles on America and destroy it. All right? For the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. All right? And this word, I just said, the prophecies are speaking now. So his words are being fulfilled. It says, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So we're about to see America destroyed real soon once the war of Armageddon takes place with these countries in the Middle East and Russia. It's going to be the third woe cometh quickly. Okay? But yeah, man. These shall hate the whore. All right? These countries are starting to hate America now. All right, and it's becoming more and more evident every day, you know. But with that, I'm gonna end it there. Hope all was edified. And give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Until the next time, I say Shalom.